Hello, it's me again. Um, so last time I was here, I shared a little bit about the adventure I still have coming up. It's 1 week from tomorrow. Yeah, so hopefully I'm filming this video, and with my editing capabilities, I'm hoping to put this up tonight, which would be Sunday. So tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this, would be Monday. A week from today, February 7th, is when I fly to Arizona. Um, yeah, and so hope I'll be getting so much footage. I'll be bringing my fancy, I'm a beginner, so let's just like remember I don't got the greatest quality stuff, but this is fun. We're gonna do some filming, and I got my GoPro and stuff, so I'm really excited just to be starting to get some stuff. And whether it's just for me or my friends and you guys, whoever you're watching it, I hope you enjoy it, because it's just fun for me to do. Um, but yeah, uh, anyway, I have been really thinking a lot. I've been talking to so many people lately about my recovery as I've been. I'm a metaphorical person. Clearly, I'm a personality that likes attention. I've not really tried to hide that. But sometimes I try to really walk. I worry that I'm walking this boundary of like self. I try not to be too selfish or too all about me, like narcissistic or uh, you know, I like to share the spotlight. I'm really all about that. It's so much more fun to do a show with people and share and do, like, that's why I like doing improv, and that's why I like doing shows where we can collaborate. Do I like to know what I'm bringing to the table as far as energy to the stage? Absolutely. I feel bad if sometimes I'm taking to drawing focus because another person isn't keeping up with me if we're improving or something. So sometimes I tone myself back because I feel bad, because some people have come up and told me that I'm too much. And that really kind of got to me for a long time. Um, and so I would hold myself back uh, because I was extra. And that wasn't the only reason. I was holding myself back in so many ways, but that as a performer held me back. So I'm really trying to get in touch with that artist part of me right now. And yes, I have a podcast, and that's because I love to talk. And yes, I am vlogging, and that's because I want to be able to write blogs about what I'm thinking and feeling, but I'm so not really good with punctuation and grammar and yada yada when I'm typing it out. So I feel like I'm more about this. Like, I want to connect with somebody, and I think I'm more like, I'm emotional. I'm an empath. I love to converse with people. One of my biggest downfalls, I was talking to another person about this that shares this same problem with me, is that I'm an interrupter. I am really bad at that. And um, it's a thing that I was kind of critiqued on about my podcast lately. And that's not a bad criticism. That's actually a very good criticism, because it's one of those things that I have been trying to be aware of, and especially on the podcast, because I don't want to come across at any way. So I thought the podcast was going to be one of those things that maybe would keep me at bay on that and help me learn. Unfortunately, it didn't. It went to my head a little. I'm being a little generous. So that's why I'm reevaluating what I'm trying to do. So by bringing Lisa on as like a co-producer, she's able to help me refine like how we go approach the podcast. And I'm telling you, it's so nice having that pressure off all my shoulders, to know that I have a partner in that and I'm not bearing all the weight. So I'm just telling you, like, she is like a goddess, an angel, or whatever you believe to be, something of protection to your soul sister. Um, she and then, her partner, like I said, her Troy, he is one of my best friends now. He has been just such a solid rock for, our journey, because he's a solid partner for her. So, and she is such a solid partner for him. They definitely absolutely need each other, and I see that a lot. They're such, I get to go on a family trip with them, so I'm very excited because they're such, I I can't even describe this dynamic of family things, but it's very interestingly beautiful. But So he really believes in what Lisa and I want to do with this podcast. So he's been really kind of helping in any way, shape, or form. And so it's been really nice that he's invited me to come with this trip to help, in that way, for us to really build more, content, to connect with different things and just enjoy. Like, I've never had such an amazing, type of group of people that have really invited me to be part of their lives. So I'm really expressing gratitude lately because I feel like my life is finally starting to go in a good direction. And I'm starting to really feel like I'm connecting to that artist part of me. I feel like there was that part of me in life that I had to accept the sexuality part of me, that I'm gay, which was, it was like a non-starter for me. Meh. Whatever. Once I accepted that, that was such a big deal, I think, as a pressure I kept building in my life for so long. I I think I put that as a box of my life for so long that I continued, um, to just let that be the focal point of who I was as a person. I was Aaron the gay person. And I always knew there was more, but it seemed to be the thing that was the most interesting, I guess, about me, that kept people, made me unique compared to, like, my heterosexual male peers in a context, especially in theater or whatever. It usually gave me a different perspective or perception in a group of friends, but that started to become my normal. Um, and it was very comfortable, where I was in Duluth, especially. And so once I left that safety net where it was just my normal, I was Aaron Gay, and I worked with my actor friends, and I didn't have the confidence to express who I really was, because I was safe. I was settled here. I'm like, I don't need to get any further because I got people here in my life. They're functioning as what I need them to. I'm safe. That was all I needed. And let that, I left that safety net of people where I felt like I was safe in Duluth. And I went to the cities by myself, and I fell apart. And then I moved back up north here, and I fell apart, but I actually, for a while, I kind of gained this high of strength when I first moved back here, because I felt like I was a different human than I left here, and I was stronger, and I was going to prove that to everyone here. I was going to be this badass bitch, but I was going to be a powerhouse of positivity for this, and I was going to show that who I was a great person, because people believed it. People already thought I was, because I was expressing that. But then sometimes my toxic traits would show up, and I'd be like, I called it the evil queen. Like, sometimes I would just, my judgment, my anxiety, my, fear, my trauma, everything would just start to exude here. It was just toxic. I couldn't stop, and I felt like I was going crazy. And just things, sometimes I lost, I was becoming irrational. I sometimes didn't know if I could trust straight guys around here because I was starting to remember that, like, some of them would try to trick people like me into going into unsafe situations. So I would get my paranoia would start to really take hold. So I got even more ill, and it was just going down. And I wasn't telling people this. I was telling some, but I wasn't expressing how much it was really affecting me. I was making it off as a joke, but it was really this. It was my reality, and I was diving into this pit of despair. I don't want to overwhelm you with this, so I'll give you part 2 next time, because there's more.